Welcome, families. Thank you for coming to the Moving Forward ceremony of 2024. Thank you so much. I would like to welcome Jake Kelly and Anderson Maldonado to please come up to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Good evening, students, parents, friends, and staff, and welcome to the Winter Hill School Moving Forward ceremony of 2024. Tonight we celebrate this wonderful class of 8th graders as they prepare to end their time at Winter Hill. For some of you, this means leaving a school you have attended since kindergarten and even some of you preschool. No matter what grade you entered Winter Hill, it's been an honor watching you learn and grow into the smart and resilient teenagers you are today. I know you will do great things in high school, and no matter where life takes you, you will always be Wildcats. I'd like to thank and acknowledge our district leaders, Superintendent Ruben Carbona, School Committee Member Andre Green, Assistant Superintendent of Curriculum and Instruction Jessica Boston Davies, Assistant Superintendent of Operations Chad Mazza, and our wonderful Winter Hill administrators, Courtney Gosselin and Isabel Barros. And now I would like to welcome our principal, Courtney Gosselin, to the stage for some remarks.
Good evening and welcome everyone to tonight's ceremony to celebrate our 8th graders. First, I would like to thank Superintendent Carmona and School Committee Member Andre Green for attending tonight's ceremony. And then I'd like to also thank our wonderful staff. If they could all please stand. Our staff has forged ahead this year, relocating our entire school to Edgerly and Capuano, learning a new normal, and always putting the students' needs first. So thank you to our amazing staff. I would also like to thank Ms. Stead and Ms. Miller, who always make this an unforgettable night for our 8th graders, their families, and their friends. So thank you for putting this all together. And now I'd like to speak directly to our 8th graders. And the word that comes to mind when I think about your journeys at Winter Hill, whether they started this year or they started when you were in kindergarten, is unforgettable. Many of you, no matter when you started, have been in various places. Some of you have had classes at Winter Hill, on Zoom, at the high school, at Tufts University, and now this year at the Edgerly. And no matter how long you have been with us at Winter Hill, from 2 months to 10 years, you've all shared in this unforgettable experience this year of all being new to this building. And despite all of the challenges and uncertainty of this year, it has been amazing to watch all of you come together and grow in so many ways. With Ms. Brady and Ms. Hastings, you've learned all about what the future of Winter Hill can be, and you have made sure that students in our school have a voice in that process. You have all shown that you are ready for anything and you're ready for high school. Most importantly, I hope that the experience of elementary school reminds you of what it means to be a wildcat. I know you all know what ROAR is, to be respectful, take ownership, be accepting, and be ready. But as you enter the next phase of your life, these expectations should take on a new meaning. Many times we think of our 8th grade moving forward as the end of something. However, we often use the word commencement, which means to begin. And I see this night as the beginning of the next important step in all of your lives. You are leaving your elementary school, the Winter Hill, a school community that has nurtured you and cared for you. And as you move to high school, I hope that Winter Hill remains a part of you. As you enter high school, you are faced with new experiences, challenges, choices, and opportunities, and you should always remember to roar. Be respectful by respecting yourself, by being who you are, standing up for what is right, and doing your best to succeed. And success for each and every one of you will look different. Take ownership of your future by studying hard, getting involved, and making good choices, which will lead to college and career opportunities at the end of the next 4 years. Be accepting that it will not always be easy and there will be times that are tough, but don't give up. Your resilience and perseverance this year have shown that you are ready to move forward and push through the hard times. And finally, be ready to take opportunities as they come and make the most of your high school years. It is now time to move forward to the next experiences of life, and I encourage you to follow the words of Maya Angelou, who was my favorite poet and writer. She said, "My mission in life is not merely to survive, but to thrive, and to do so with some passion, some compassion, some humor, and some style." So as you move forward, I encourage all of you to not just survive the next 4 years, but to thrive, to find your passion, to have compassion for others, to have some humor, because sometimes we just have to laugh, and most importantly, to have your own style and be you. All of us here at Winter Hill believe in each and every one of you, that you will thrive in high school, that your futures are bright, and that you will be your best selves. As Wildcats, boldly walk into your future and let your roar be seen and be heard. We wish you the best of luck to the Winter Hill class of 2024.
Now I would like to begin by inviting some students to the stage to present some speeches. Astrid Garcia Llanes.
Hello, my name is Astrid Garcia Llanes. I've been at Winter Hill since... I can't move it.
You're a lot taller than we are.
I've been at Winter Hill since 3rd grade, and I'm here to honor and share my amazing experience of being at Winter Hill. Some things I will definitely miss are pretending to be annoyed at Mr. Mack's corny jokes, knowing that this year would be the only year I hear them. I'll miss being with Jay and Havila literally everywhere I go. I might not have classes with them next year, so I'm grateful to have spent this whole year and others with them right by my side. I will miss Miss Brady. I saw her as a mother figure I could trust with my whole life. Someone who's so kind. and stands for what she believes in. I'll miss having Miss Moore for 2 years straight. She was an amazing teacher those 2 years. She was funny, passionate, and one of the reasons why I've gotten so much into science. I'll miss Ms. Kafidi, who literally had the best jokes and comebacks. She's full of energy, and I would definitely love to be friends with her out of school if I could. I'll miss talking to Ms. Justin about topics she has so much knowledge in. She's so compassionate, she has so much passion for her work, and is so kind. I probably shouldn't be saying this, but I will miss complaining about going to music with my friend Alexandra. I'll miss hearing the farts from Junior and Brian and the whole class. And the whole class going ballistic because of how disgusting the smell was. I will miss going to research team and student council. I would like to thank my friend Jay, Havila, Ashid, Alexander, and Brian, my family, and all of the homeroom teachers I've had since 3rd grade. Miss Medeiros, Miss O'Neill, Miss Day, Mr. Collins, Miss Wago, and Miss Brady, and Miss Hastings. Some of them are no longer here, but I'm so glad to have had them as my teachers. Thank you, Winter Hill, for these amazing years.
I'd like to welcome Rosel Peña Castillo.
Good afternoon, Principal Gosselin, staff, teachers, families, and most importantly, my graduating classmates, Winter Hill Class 2024. My name is Rosal, I'm 14 years old. I came to America on May 14, 2021. I was just a little 5th grader. I thought we were coming for vacation, but I was wrong. That day, everything changed, but I was there for a better, because I got to meet wonderful friends and teachers. Winter Hill taught me things that other schools didn't. I learned that no matter what or where we are, we're always going to work. No matter what happens or where we are, we're always going to roar. All of a sudden, everything changed in 8th grade again, and I moved to general education classes into a new building. It was difficult and a good year at the same time, because it was a change for all of us, but we managed how to deal with it. And at the end of the day, it was a good change. I'm so glad that everything changed, because now I have incredible friends I will never like to lose. My dear Winter Hill, I will miss you so much. I will miss the amazing teachers like Miss Moore, beautiful, patient. I will miss Mrs. Kafidi, beautiful smile that makes everyone feel better. Or Miss Brady's beautiful laugh attacks, or Miss Justin's humor. I know sometimes I can be difficult to deal with, but I love all the amazing teachers we have, all the amazing work they do for us to be ready for the future, and all the memories I made with my friends in the lunch table. I want to especially thank Miss Brady and all my classmates for the amazing Winter Hill project that all the amazing 8th graders and Miss Brady have been working on. Please give an applause to the Winter Hill class of 2024.
I would like to introduce Jay Laporta to please give a speech.
My name is Jay Laporta. I've been at Winter Hill since kindergarten, and I'm speaking to reminisce and share about the good things that have happened to me while here. I'm going to share my roses and thorns this year. My first thorn is seeing Mr. Mack when I was late, like every day. My first rose is all the different phases me and my friends Astrid and Havila went through. All of them were amazing. My second thorn is Junior and Brian farting all the time and sticking out that darn classroom. My second rose is Miss Brady. She was definitely one of my best teachers. Every day I would look forward to going to social studies because of how much of a fun and whimsical teacher she was. My last thorn is how absolutely wild and feral Brian was during almost every social studies class. And my last rose is goofing around with my friends in English instead of doing my work. I will miss when I had Miss Waggle and Miss Connor in 7th grade. They were both amazing teachers. I would like to thank my teachers for this year, Miss Kafidi, Miss Moore, Miss Justin, and Miss Brady. It was such a delight being in their class. I'd like to thank my family for helping me get this far. I'd like to thank my friends Astrid and Havila. They made these years so much better. I'd also like to thank my homeroom teachers I've had throughout the years, like Ms. Cronin, Mrs. Roberts, Ms. Medeiros, Ms. Carino, Ms. Day, Ms. Luna, Ms. Wago, Ms. Brady, and Ms. Hastings. And my specialist teachers, Ms. Dixon, Ms. Deere, Mr. Senecal, and Ms. Rogers. I'll miss them all.
Next, I would like to introduce Sky Brutus. Sky! There we go.
All right. Good evening, everyone, teachers, parents, families, and friends. Oh, and of course, my fellow graduates. Today, I stand at a significant milestone in my life. My 8th grade graduation marks the end of one journey and the beginning of another. As I look around, I see familiar faces, friends who have been with me through thick and thin, teachers who have guided me, and family members who have supported me every step of the way. Middle school has been a time for growth for me personally. I've learned so much, not only academically, but about myself and others. I've faced hard challenges, and to be real, they made me who I am today. As I prepare to enter high school, I'm filled with a mixed emotion of excitement and happiness because I strongly believe that I've been ready for high school since birth. But before we move on, I would like to take a moment to thank those who have helped me get here. My teachers, thank you for your patience, your wisdom, and your dedication. You have inspired me to be curious, to think critically, and to strive for excellence. But can't forget Ms. Ted and Mr. B for always having my back, but most importantly, my mother for always being there and for never giving up when raising 5 kids alone. Thank you for your unwavering support and encouragement. You have been my biggest cheerleader, and I couldn't have done it without you. And to my fellow graduates, Saika, Olivia, Corey, and Sebastian, congratulations, we did it. Remember, this is the beginning. High school will bring new challenges, but y'all know Ski Breezy is ready for all of it.
The next is Robin Rojas, and the speech will be in 2 languages, so please hold your applause till the second language, which will be in English.
Buenas tardes a todos. Queridos compañeros, docentes y familiares, hoy celebramos el final de una etapa y el comienzo de una nueva experiencia. Durante estos años he aprendido muchas cosas, he aprendido cosas que nunca olvidaré. Es hora de mirar hacia adelante y afrontar con valentía los desafíos que nos enfrentan, nos están esperando en la escuela secundaria. Agradezco a nuestros profesores por guiarnos, a compañeros y a mí. Y quiero agradecer a mi madre por su apoyo incondicional en las buenas y en las malas. Recordemos siempre que con determinación, esfuerzo y actitud positiva podemos conseguir cualquier objetivo que nos propongamos. Generación del 2024. El futuro nos espera lleno de oportunidades. Solo nosotros somos y seremos el futuro. Lucha por tus sueños, por tus metas Y con este discurso me despido de la Winter Hill. Felicitaciones a todos y que este sea solo el comienzo de un camino lleno de éxito. Good afternoon, dear fellow students, teachers, and family. Today we celebrate the end of a stage and the beginning of a new experience. During these years, I have learned many things that I will never forget. It is time to look forward and bravely face the challenges that confront us. They are waiting for us at the high school. I thank our teachers for guiding my classmates and me. And I want to thank my mother for her unconditional support through in the good and bad moments. Let us always remember that with determination, effort, and a positive attitude, we can achieve any goals we set for ourselves. Class of 2024, the future awaits us full of opportunities. Only we are and will be the future. Fight for your dreams, for your goals, and with this speech, I say goodbye to the Winter Hill. Congratulations to everyone, and may this be just the beginning of a path full of success. Thank you.
Next, we have Felipe Porto.
Hello, good evening, gentlemen and ladies and mates. For those who don't know me, I'm Felipe Porto, graduating from 8th grade, entering a no less important stage of my life. And for that, I cannot help but to be grateful, firstly to my God, who is the light for my feet on such a dark and uncertain path. I would also like to thank my beloved family, who no matter the storms that life puts me through, I know will always be my safe haven. To my teachers, who without a shot of doubt are the basis for building a solid society, consolidating the firm structure of each citizen who makes it up. Miss Murphy, Miss Cafetti, Miss Corner, Miss Brady, Miss Moore, Miss Hastings, Mr. Willett, Mr. Robert, Miss Justin, and Miss Salazar. Finally, my immeasurable gratitude, as we are sure that today we begin a new phase. And with everything we have received here, we are heading towards a promising future. We will leave our brand in the world. Thank you.
Havila Nimako.
This is mine. Hello, everyone. My name is Havila Namako, and I have been at Winter Hill since I was in preschool. Now that I will be moving on to high school, I would like to share some of my favorite memories from a few years here. My first memory of Winter Hill is in preschool when we used to take naps. As I went to kindergarten and the other classes, I was extremely sad when I found out we wouldn't be doing that anymore. My second one is when Mrs. Cronin baked my second grade class cake. The cake was absolutely amazing, and I still remember that memory vividly in my mind. Mrs. Cronin, you will always be one of my favorite teachers. You are an amazing role model to me. Thank you, and I love you. My third memory is Junior and Brian always farting in Miss Brady's class. We went through at least 20 Febreze cans this year, by the way. The fourth one is Miss Connor's class. Every time we went to math, the class was always chaotic and crazy whenever we had her. The fifth memory is the field trips we went on this year. The duck boat was fun to ride, and when we went ice skating, it may have been fun, but it was still so much fun. It was definitely funny watching my classmates fall. The sixth has a special place in my heart because this one is about the project we did in 8th grade this year. I really hope we made everyone proud of us. Miss Brady, thank you for supporting us no matter what. You were an amazing teacher. My seventh favorite memory was last year in Miss Weigel's class. She would always give us special treats whenever we behaved, and she always gave us some even when we didn't. My eighth is spending time with Astrid and Jay, always going everywhere together. Becoming friends with them was an amazing decision, and I will always and forever love you guys. My ninth memory is when we did the egg drop in Miss Moore's class. Miss Moore, you always made science fun, and you always made it so easy to understand. And it was very fun guessing if the egg would crack or not. My 10th is Mr. Mac's jokes. He would tell me and Astrid every morning. I would always pretend to hate them, but I actually really loved them. My 11th is pretending to have a stomach ache to get out of exercising in gym class. I promise I'll try harder to participate next year, Mr. Senecal. My next memory was doing the escape room in math and being the first to finish. It made me feel so smart. My 13th memory is the look of disappointment Mrs. Scafidi would give our class every time she asked a math question and we wouldn't answer. My 14th is when we got introduced to Miss Hastings. From the day we met, I knew we were going to get along well. Thank you, Miss Hastings, for being one of the best teachers. I would like to thank all the teachers I've also met along this way. Thank you, Mrs. Salas, Mrs. Roberts, Mrs. O'Neill, Mrs. Carino, Mrs. Day, Mrs. Payette, Mr. Collins, Miss Luna, Miss Rogers, Mrs. Dixon, Mr. Senecal, Miss Jen, Miss Dead, Miss Deer, and Miss Justin. By the way, Miss Justin, thank you for the amazing book recommendations. I enjoyed the books. I'll always remember and be a part of this amazing school. Thank you.
Lais Nunez and Yara de Azavera Diaz.
Boa tarde a todos os professores, familiares, amigos e convidados. Eu sou a Laís.
E eu sou a Yara.
Primeiramente, gostaríamos de agradecer à diretoria pela oportunidade de falar aqui hoje, em nome de todos os brasileiros do 8º ano.
Queremos expressar nossa gratidão aos professores, às nossas famílias e aos nossos amigos que estiverem do nosso lado.
Hoje estamos aqui para celebrar não apenas o fim de uma fase em nossas vidas, mas também o começo de uma jornada emocionante e cheia de possibilidades.
Quando penso no meu tempo na Winter Hill, me sinto muito grata pelas pessoas incríveis que conheci e tudo que aprendi e conquistei.
Para mim, esse ano não foi apenas o meu primeiro ano morando nos Estados Unidos, mas também foi um ano de melhores da minha vida, com experiências incríveis e pessoas maravilhosas.
Desde o momento que eu pisei na escola 3 anos atrás, eu sempre recebi muito carinho e apoio de todos, e isso eu jamais vou esquecer.
Aos diretores, muito obrigada por sempre terem nos dado o suporte que precisávamos.
Miss Murphy, você foi uma das melhores professoras que eu tive, embora eu tenha tido aula com você apenas no 7º ano. Sei que sempre posso contar contigo independente do que for.
Obrigada pelas risadas e por sempre me incluir em tudo, e por me deixar saber que também posso contar com você.
Quero também agradecer a Miss Cafiri por ter me ajudado a melhorar na matemática e ter acreditado no meu potencial.
Miss Cafiri e Miss Moore, thank you por me acolherem de braços abertos quando passei de nível e sempre me receberem com um sorriso em suas salas todos os dias.
Obrigada, Miss Conner e Miss Manuela, pela sua paciência com todos nós. Vamos sentir muita falta das suas brincadeiras e Miss Manuela dos seus deboches.
Obrigada, Miss Karina, pelo seu apoio e seus conselhos incríveis, por sempre nos aconselhar e nos ajudar no que precisamos.
A Miss Justin,
Ao Mr. Willett,
a Miss Brady,
ao Mr. Robert, a todos da Winterhill,
obrigada por toda a sua dedicação com todos nós.
por todos os seus ensinamentos, sua paciência para nos ensinar, inclusive a todos que se esforçaram para aprender português para nos ajudar.
Obrigada por todo o cuidado conosco. Por onde fomos, iremos sempre levar vocês.
Mas também, nada disso seria possível sem o apoio das nossas famílias e dos nossos amigos.
A vocês também queremos expressar a nossa gratidão.
Aos nossos pais, sem vocês não estaríamos aqui e não teríamos a oportunidade de aprender, estudar e desenvolver com todos.
Nós amamos vocês e somos eternamente gratas por todo o seu sacrifício e esforço em querer sempre o melhor para nós.
Aos nossos colegas de escola, nossa turma, nossos amigos chatos, fedidos e fofoqueiros.
As palhaçadas, a diversão e muitas memórias que fizemos são coisas que vamos levar para o resto da vida. Valeu por cada risada e por todos os momentos incríveis.
Sei que algum de nós estamos tristes por deixar tudo o que conhecemos e o nosso lar na Winterhill.
Mas chegou a hora de abrirmos asas e voar. E pensando assim, sinto muito animada para iniciar uma nova etapa com vocês na high school. Essa conquista é a primeira de muitas, viu?
Seja por onde for, se continuarmos juntos ou se seguirmos caminhos diferentes, espero que sempre possamos contar um com os outros.
A nossa mensagem para vocês é: quando encararem novos desafios,
Ou pensarem que não são capazes,
jamais desistam.
nenhum de nós sozinho é tão bom quanto todos nós juntos.
Lembre-se que terão sempre uma multidão de Wildcats torcendo por vocês.
Mais uma vez, obrigado a todos. Nunca vamos nos esquecer de vocês.
Always Wildcat,
Sempre o Wildcat.
amamos vocês.
Parabéns para nós. Esse é só o começo.
And for our last speech from our students is Brian Coelho.
I first started at the school during quarantine in 2020. Throughout these 4 years, our school has experienced many things that students in other schools did not. Many things have happened in this time. We've been through 4 buildings in as many years. Sounds crazy, doesn't it? My favorite year at this school was 7th grade. We had good days at 115 Sycamore Street, and then that piece of concrete fell in May, and we had to spend the rest of the year at Tufts. Well, every good thing has to come to an end. We had nice trips during our time at Tufts University. Maybe one day I'll attend there. Even though those are fun days, it's completely absurd that we, as young students, had to go through these tragic events and experience horrible studying conditions. This year, as 8th graders, we have worked on a project about this to try to make a change into our suffering community, so that in a couple years, the students in our school may have a good time at our school and don't have to worry about so many things like this. I've met great people who don't deserve an environment like the ones we have during this time period. Basically, for the last 4 years, there has been almost nothing but tragedy after tragedy. Throughout my 4 years at the school, many things have happened to me, like the many events that happened to our school. I remember from my parents being told I wouldn't be able to handle this school's work and classes back in 2020. So now, present day 2024, we're at the Edgerly building, and I'm a few moments away from doing geometry in high school. The average 8th grader doesn't care about the future of the school because they won't be a part of it. That is a selfish thought because they don't seem to care about other people here. Well, me personally, I think differently. I see the school as our school because I worked really hard on this project this year, and I feel bad for our younger students. And I believe that in the far future, history like this will repeat itself, and it will all happen once again. We as eighth graders have to do something remarkable before we leave. I want to thank all the people I know and trust who knows what I'd do if I know you. I've entered this school as a person and I'm leaving as another. Time went flying by just like my rate of change. I hope that this school doesn't forget me and the people who participated in our civics project this year. I hope the best for the future of the school and that in a couple of years this community will be healed. I know for a fact the future of the school will be better and will be greater.
I would now like to welcome Tara Stead to give the Rich Malillo Award.
Hello. Every year at this ceremony, we give one award out. It's a very special award. It's called the Student Services Perseverance Award, and it's from one eighth grader in every school is selected to receive the award. This award recognizes a Somerville Public Schools eighth grader who's demonstrated persistence and resilience in overcoming obstacles to academic and life success by embracing the services of the student support team to emerge stronger and ready to own their educational experience as they move to high school. I am excited to give this award to one of you tonight. We have a student that enrolled at Winter Hill in grade 5. The same year we were attending classes over Zoom. Even only meeting this student virtually, it was obvious to teachers and staff how kind and bright she was. This student attended middle school at the Winter Hill when we came back in person. She experienced many challenges and personal struggles during that time, all while learning a new language and adjusting to a new school and country. Her resilience was admirable, and even through the hardest times, she managed to get straight A's on her report card, play on the soccer team, participate in student council, and develop close relationships with her peers and teachers. This student's kindness and intelligence are clear upon meeting her, but something new we recently learned about her is her compassion and love for animals. She's adopted a few animals and has 2 cats, a guinea pig, and a bunny. Whether her mom likes it or not, she is collecting animals in her apartment. One of the stories that really speaks to her character was how she got one of her pet bunnies. A year ago, our students were in our Winter Hill outdoor garden, and students found a injured bunny who looked like dying. The students were worried about it, but were told to go inside and leave it alone. A year later, when I asked Astrid where she got that bunny, she said she went back and picked it up out of the garden and brought it home until it was healthy again. So we are excited to offer this award to Astrid Santamaria Guardardo. Winter Hill School could not be more proud to present this award to her for being brave enough to take support from student services and work through her personal challenges no matter how hard things were. We know you have what it takes to find great success in life, and we wish you the best of luck.
I would now like to welcome the chorus to lead us in a long way round. have all been waiting for. I would like to welcome Ms. Barrows and Ms. Goslin to come up to award the certificates to our students moving forward. Yay.
Ready? This is the moment we've all been waiting for. Yeah! So just say his name and then we'll go to the next person. Yeah.
Stephen Abel. Vladimir Aguilar Guillen. David Akimbua.
Alexis Alfaro.
Gustavo Henrique Almeida.
Mark Baxter.
Alan Blandon Garcia.
Alexandra Bonilla Lopez. Sky Brutus. Angela Castro.
Brian Coelho.
Second.
Ethan Coughlin.
Raik da Silva. Yara de Azevedo Dias.
Ro Donley. Ryan Duran.
Madeline Espinosa Varillas. Valentine Ferreira.
Ellie Garcia Gonzalez.
Emily Garcia Ramirez.
Astrid Garcia Llanes.
Aiden Gil Torres.
Saika Joseph. Jake Kelly. Jay Laporta.
Cauã Lemes. Carlos Lourenço de Oliveira. Lucas Neves.
Dima Mahano Pérez.
Anderson Maldonado Pineda.
Liam McNeil.
Jenny Medea.
Kelvin Morales Chávez.
Michael Morales Portillo. Javila Namako.
Laís Nunes.
Rosel Peña Castillo.
Felipe Porto.
Olivia Prophet. Walter Reyes.
Ángel Rivera.
Robin Rojas Rio.
Is that me? Yeah. Sebastián Romero Acosta. Junior Saavedra García.
Astrid Santa Maria Guardado.
João Silva Mendes.
And the next, Ryan Silva. Nia Starter Damari.
Guilherme Teixeira.
Wesley Thomas. Sael Torbeck.
Guilherme Viana da Silva. Jorge Vieira Maciel.
And our final student, Corey Whalen.
Students, parents, friends, today we celebrate an important milestone as your students move forward from the 8th grade to high school. This year has been a journey filled with changes and challenges, but through it all, we discovered that where our true home lies. It is in our Winter Hill community. As the 8th graders, you've faced many unique challenges. Many of us had to adapt to changes in the building, moving from one school to another. Each of you have come with its own set of uncertainties, new hallways to navigate, new classrooms. These transitions tested your adaptability and your resilience, pushing us out of our comfort zones and into a new environment. Being a middle school student is full of uncomfortable changes. I would compare the process to a snake shedding its skin. Shedding skin is a natural and necessary process. As a snake grows, its old skin becomes tight and restrictive. So it sheds it to make room for new growth. The old skin, which once fit perfectly, no longer suits your new size or shape. Similarly, you have outgrown your middle school selves. Our past few years, you have learned, matured, and developed new ways that might have seemed impossible when you first walked through our doors. Our old habits, routines, and even some friendships might feel a bit tight now, as you are ready to expand your horizons and take on new challenges. The process of shedding your skin is very uncomfortable, just as leaving the only community many of you have ever known to go to another may feel to you now. However, your community is what anchored you through these transitions. It's the friends, the teachers, the families who supported you every step of the way and comforted you during your own shedding. As you prepare to move on to the high school, you will once again face a new building, new faces, and new experiences. But this time, you do so with the knowledge that your community of Wildcats are your constants. 8th graders, thank you for being my community. We have faced these challenges together, and we have grown stronger because of them. As you move forward to high school, you carry the spirit of your community with you. You will build new connections, support each other, create a sense of home wherever you go. Congratulations, class of 2024. Here's to new adventures ahead and to the Winter Hill community that will always be your home.